The Zone, published by Partizan Press, is a 56-page softback book based upon an alternate 1983 where NATO's Exercise Able Archer and the Soviet response has led to the beginning of a more conventional style war fought over the devastation that is West Germany. We'll be covering these rules in full as a designer showcase article in a future issue, so now we're focused on the edited highlights. The Zone is a set of rules adapted from the Living on a Frontline Winter of '79 British Civil War rules. The basic background here is conventional style warfare in an alternate 1983 where a series of unfortunate events has led to the Soviets and Warsaw Pact forces having invaded West Germany, and NATO and our allies have responded. The rulebook contains some real unit structures based upon the available data from the 1980s. The game caters for forces of between 30 and 60 figures, preferably 20 or 28mm, with attached vehicular support. Rather than working as individuals, the four-man fire team is the core of a unit. A fire team works together to undertake the tasks set for the unit as defined by the leader or higher chain of command. If you wish, it is possible to field a unit which uses the same stats for every fire team, or you can mix and match the ability levels. Leaders can also be given an initiative stat dice, which could reflect the number of fire teams they can activate within their individual command radius. The better the dice, the more experienced the leader. To simulate the friction of modern warfare, the game has an unpredictable turn sequence. A token for each of the fire teams is placed in a container. These tokens are either red for the Soviet Warsaw Pact or blue for NATO. When a token of the correct colour is drawn, the controlling player may activate the members of one of their fire teams. Either the whole fire team is activated or up to 2 models. However, no new tokens are added for the splitting of a team. Even a single figure must still be activated by a whole fire team token. Each fire team may be activated once per turn, so players have to plan ahead and react to future events, rather than simply ploughing on with their own planning. In addition, depending upon the scenario, at least 1 and up to 4 black tokens are placed with the other tokens. The moment a player draws a black token, the current game turn ends, whether a player has managed to activate all the fire teams or not. Each figure, leader and armoured vehicle contributes points to the overall morale value of that unit, which is then halved to produce a breakpoint. Once that many elements of a unit are lost, you can either remove the appropriately coloured tokens from the container or test your morale. A roll of 5 or more is a success, but the roll of 1 is a rout. This all adds a sense of working against the battlefield conditions. Will 2 men be able to accomplish a task, or do you need to commit everyone? Do you use fire and manoeuvre tactics, or get the whole team moving at the double? Will you be able to get your fire teams into the right positions this turn, or will some of them be left behind as a result of the black token ending the turn? Players create a unit that can comprise of infantry fire teams, support weapons and vehicles. A support weapon counts as a single figure for activation, combat and wound rolls. Vehicles operate in a slightly different way to infantry, so there is a section in the rules that only deals with this aspect. Vehicles have the same shoot attribute as infantry units, but do not have a defend dice. Instead, they have a target dice, which is dependent on the size of the vehicle. There are a series of optional rules which add additional details to the game, whether snipers, helicopters, irregular troops, night and fog, or large multiplayer games. In addition to advice on available figures, which we used in playtesting, there is a scenario generator plus 5 sample scenarios that may be used. A double-sided reference sheet covers all the basic rules and many of the optional rules, as well as containing stats for a number of key vehicles that may be used to support the infantry. The fact that this set of rules is adopted from a well-written, thoroughly playtested family of rulebooks means that the gameplay is simple to pick up, streamlined, and allows for a fast but detailed experience. However, it retains the flavour of combat between professional armies, and its overall flexibility allows some customization of your forces. The activation system benefits both boldness and caution in equal measure, encouraging the need to get things done, but being aware of the fact that it may not all work out as you wish. This is a rule system for those looking for a large-scale skirmish game set within a history that didn't but could have happened, pitting forces that never clashed on the battlefield against one another on the tabletop. They also enable the modern war enthusiast to game the real conflicts of the late 20th century using simple to follow rules and generic stats. This video has been produced by WI Prime. WI Prime is Wargames Illustrated Magazine's online members club. As a WI Prime member, you get access to all Wargames Illustrated videos before anyone else. We'll keep you posted on what's new via the Primetime News Bulletin delivered to your inbox every Friday. If you're not a WI Prime member, you're missing out on loads of benefits, including access to the Wargames Illustrated Vault, freebies, discount vouchers, PDFs of the latest magazine, and more. Find out more about WI Prime by following the link.